It's Friday, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for Fast Friday. Today's episode of Fast Radio is brought to you by One Life. One Life is a pending nonprofit that believes if you teach a man how to fish, he can feed himself for a lifetime. At One Life, resources and finances come together and are used to help people from all over the world to start small businesses. These small businesses will help not only themselves, but others as well. If you would like to get more information about One Life, check out current projects, or join in on one of the many mission trips, please visit jameslyke.com/One Life. That's jameslyke.com/One Life. One life to live, one life to make a difference. Welcome to this edition of Fast Friday. I'm your host, James Lyke, and I'm with you every single Friday for just a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of encouragement to get you through the weekend and started on the right foot on Monday morning towards your dreams. Over the last few weeks, I've talked about this word action, or this phrase, taking action. And I put a lot of emphasis on it. I put a lot of emphasis on this with my team. I put a lot of emphasis on this word with those that I consult or those that I coach. And I want to continue talking about taking action today. But I want to basically give you a quote that I heard this last week that really resonated with me, and I think is pretty awesome and could bring value to you. And that quote is, action gets immediate results, but consistency brings continued results. Action brings immediate results. Consistency brings continued results. And I kind of switched it up a little bit to make it a little bit more simple in layman's terms, the way I like things. And I say that action creates results. Consistency causes you to reach your dreams, causes you to reach your goals. Or you could say it this way: action creates results. Consistency makes all of your dreams come true. So, yes, it is very important for you to take action. And if you're a salesperson, or if you're in business that is predicated on some type of sales, especially in the real estate or the car industry, we go through these roller coasters. And luckily, I don't go through the roller coaster anymore. Things are a lot more consistent, and I'm going to teach you how to do that today on this podcast. But we go through these roller coasters. We go through these ups, these downs, these peaks, these valleys. It is not because we don't take action. It's because the action that we take is not consistent. Let me give you an example. I remember in real estate several years ago when I was in this roller coaster trap and this ride, this up and down ride, when, let's say January, I'd start a new fresh month and I would be making all of my calls, creating, prospecting, bringing in new business, and I'd put them in the pipeline. Then I would work that pipeline in February, and then I would close those deals in March, getting a paycheck. But then I found that in February and in March, as I was working and really managing that pipeline, that I did not do everything that I needed to do to keep filling the pipeline. So I was inconsistent with my prospecting. And that's one of the reasons why the roller coaster was created. Work hard one month, reap the benefits the next month. The next month after that, no paycheck, but I'm working hard, I'm getting the next. So it seemed like every other month or every 2 or 3 months I was getting paid. And it was inconsistent because I was inconsistent with my action, with the action that I was taking. See, our action is inconsistent. That's what creates the roller coaster. Action is most important. However, action without consistency is almost useless. Consistency is the key. Action gets you results. Consistency causes all your dreams to come true. So we always talk about action. Wow, action is important. But action without consistency brings frustration. It can bring disappointment. How many of you guys experience burnout? The best podcast with the most listens that I've had so far in this series of podcasts through 20 episodes, has been the episode about burnout. So I know for a fact that there are entrepreneurs, salespeople, followers of this podcast listening right now, and you are in a burned out state. And based on a couple of weeks ago, the podcast saying that you're maybe not tired, you're uninspired. Yes, you need to find your inspiration, but you also need to be consistent with taking action. Action without consistency causes inconsistencies in all other areas of your life. If you have failed to be consistent with your workout plan, or with your eating plan, or with your journaling, or with your quiet time, whether that's prayer, meditation, whatever it is that you engage in, everybody needs a quiet time. If you're inconsistent with that, or if you're inconsistent with your relationship with your wife or your kids, like all of those inconsistencies are a breeding ground for inconsistencies in the rest of the areas of your life. You've got to be consistent. You've got to take constant, consistent action. Every area of your life. So what can you do to limit the inconsistency? What are some areas of your life that are currently inconsistent? Think about that. What areas in your life right now are inconsistent that if you were to make those things consistent, you would be able to go to a whole nother level? What are some action steps that you can take right now to make your action consistent? Well, I know what mine was. There's this term called time blocking, and I'll cover time blocking again on another podcast. But time blocking is blocking out your time, starting with your personal time first, making sure that you have enough time for you in the schedule, then carving out some time each week to take your wife on a date, take your husband out on a date, to spend time with the kids. Block out the time in your calendar, and every single day, if you're a real estate salesperson or if you're a car dealer, I want you to listen to what I'm about to tell you, because this right here is what changed my business. I blocked out 8:30 to 11:30 every single day, Monday through Friday, and I took consistent action. Consistent action. What was that action? It was on the phone calling my clients, on the phone calling those that are in my pipeline, nurturing the pipeline, on the phone asking for referrals, on the phone cold calling for sell by owners, cold calling expired listings, out knocking doors. Whatever it took, I was consistently prospecting for new business. You want to be successful? Consistently take action. Action creates results. Consistency will make all of your dreams come true. And that's what I want for you. I want freedom and success for you, but I want all of your dreams to come true. Thank you for listening to this podcast today. If it brought you value, please share on Facebook, or if you're listening on Stitcher or iTunes or one of the other podcast apps, please take a moment and go and leave us a review. A 5-star review would be amazing. If you felt it was only a 4 or a 3, whatever, you rate it the way you think it needs to be rated. But leave me a written review there so that it will get us ranked a little higher on the ranking list, so that more people can listen and more people can benefit from these great Fast Friday podcasts that we share every single week. Until next time. Thank you for listening to this episode of Fast Radio. If this episode brought you value today and you want to impact someone else, tag a friend below in the comments and like our Facebook page for new episodes every Friday. And as always, you can visit our show notes page for all of the finer details. Once again, make sure to give us a like and have a good weekend.